Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Well, today we're going to think like a conspiracy theorist. We're going to ask the question, given everything Harry and Meghan have done, given all the damage that lies in their wake and the future damage to the monarchy, surely the alphabet agencies, the British security agencies, Her Majesty's, well, His Majesty's now security agencies. If we don't want to believe the standard narrative that they're kind of putting out there, and we got to wonder what's going on, why haven't one of these organizations done something to solve the problem of Meghan and Harry? Just like they've done different times before, you gotta ask. Because surely because we know from the past, it's commonplace, that common knowledge, that from the moment Meghan came on the scene, probably the three-letter agencies in the States, as well as the security agencies in Britain, would have started collecting information on her. That's standard. That's not a racist thing or anything like that. That's standard. That's what they do with any prominent figures or somebody that gets close to a prominent figure. Now, if we look at the time going all the way back to 2017, Harry did an interview with Barack Obama on BBC One radio. All the way back then, Harry was courting American governmental, maybe not so much support, but he was trying to build relationships for perhaps, Invictus, his future endeavors, and, to have a very important American figure on his side going forward for whatever program would be advantageous for sure. No other royals really courted American organizations, government, important people, before really Diana did. When she got that humanitarian award in New York, she was surrounded, she was friends with the Clintons, Kissinger, some very important people. Not only important, but important to the agenda. They were the elites of the elites, and of course Diana, given her position, fit right in. I think over time, had she lived and sort of the more she got involved with what you might call, some people have suggested, Illuminati figures, top of the heap, the control grid, that she would have perhaps not become corrupted herself, but she would have come to understand that just like being drawn into the royal family and used, that it was happening again. I think it would have been really disheartening for her to have figured that out over time. But that's all supposition. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened had she lived. But anyway, okay, back to Harry and Barack Obama. Barack Obama, the Americans, to have a royal on side, because here's something that they understand. The President of the United States, as possibly, they say, the most powerful person in the world. Well, you look at the British monarchy, the Commonwealth. The British monarchy basically own a third of the planet. They basically reign over a third of the population of the earth. You don't think that that's powerful? They say, oh, the monarchy is a soft power. This again, and this is what they want us to believe. I think they have a lot more power than they let on that they do. So for Harry, going forward, wanting to build himself up as an international figure with his programs, I think probably it was Invictus at the time, and Barack Obama wanting to have an in with a British royal, very important, they're top of the heap. So that kind of symbiotic relationship is not surprising, but it had never really been done before Diana. So here we go. We have Barack Obama buddying up to Prince Harry, and then Meghan comes along. So of course they're going to start investigating Meghan in the States and in Britain. The security services. Who is this girl? Now, they would have discovered everything that we know, and we're shaking our heads saying, how can this be? How can, and the royal family has to know this, all of this. How can they just let it happen and Meghan doesn't, pay any consequences for her behavior? And, and we're wondering, they have to know. And you bet from the beginning they would have been collecting information on her. We do know about 4 years ago, Prince William started making little visits to MI5 and this kind of thing. It was in the press a couple of times that he had gone in. What's that about? He's just getting familiar with what they do. Now, I think they have to know. But here's the thing. So we say, well, what do they know? Maybe they know about, her marriage scandals, the babies, the surrogates, there's no babies, who actually owns the house in Montecito, has it been sold, what's going on, what about their, 50 little limited companies they set up in New Hampshire, where's all the money going, all of these things that we're talking about, that is not the most important thing. The most important thing that they're going to have discovered is her links to Soho House, her links to Marcus Anderson, his links to Prince Andrew, Prince Andrew's links to Soho House, Prince Andrew's links to investors of Soho House who also happen to be friends of Jeffrey Epstein, Andrew's links to Jeffrey Epstein, Meghan's links to Andrew, and Jeffrey Epstein, Marcus Anderson's links to all these people as well. I tell you, and I've told you before, that Marcus Anderson's Soho House, that nexus where all kinds of very important, influential people came together. And what they got up to, that's the important story. So, yeah, the security agencies, the alphabet agencies, they would know this about Meghan. Now, as myself and many have supposed in the past, there's kind of a very common thread through the elite, the powerful, that they kind of enjoy, thrive, and promulgate activities that Jeffrey Epstein was interested in as well. It's basically, it's like, if you're an elite, you're doing that, is the supposition, and I'm not the only one, and I'm not crazy. So, should they know these things, they, as security agencies, alphabet agencies, in control of certain things and information and secrets and so on, may not want this information to come out, so they gotta keep it down. They don't want you to know. I mean, Andrew's story is bad enough. They don't want you to know other links. Meghan's story is bad enough. They don't want you to know other links. But so here's what I think happened. I think because when Meghan came on the scene, she was already firmly a part of the whole Soho House, Marcus Anderson, outward connections, web of deceit and corruption, that when they saw that, they said, well, we have to control this girl. So Oprah started courting her, because Oprah is very powerful among the Democrats, among the liberals in the state. She's a very powerful figure. She's being used, but she's being paid a lot for it. And she's just as corrupt as the rest of them because of it. So she starts courting them. They kind of have a little bit of an in with the liberals. They promise Meghan the prospect of, a political career in the future. They dangle a carrot and get Meghan and Harry on their side. And so Meghan and Harry tell all to Oprah. They're pandered to. But now what's happening is they've gone rogue. Not only have they, to have control of Meghan and Harry, and to be able to use them to injure one of your opponents in the big scheme of things of who's going to end up running the world, the royal family is a big player. If you can weaken them or injure them, that's better for you and your gang. What's happening in world politics and things like the World Economic Forum, the World Bank, World Health Organization, all these powerful institutions that work to tighten their grip of control on us and take away all our rights and freedoms. Well, they're all fighting each other as well for control. For a long time, they were all working together towards a common goal, world domination. Now, as the game is constricting and things are consolidating, there's a real fight on at the top about who is gonna win out. And I believe that a lot of this, the way they're using Harry and Meghan and letting this happen, is to weaken the royal family. Now, you've got a weak king. William, I think, is really smart, but he doesn't have all the power he needs right now. Also, whether or not Harry and Meghan went away today and those problems were solved, the monarchy has a real Achilles heel now. William and Charles have been completely taken over, made patsies by the World Economic Forum. We know that William and Charles are all both, climate change, we have to do something now, and air travel, and the whole thing. The whole green agenda, they are absolutely hijacked the monarchy's been hijacked by the World Economic Forum. Whether William and Charles actually believe all this, well, if they truly do believe all this, then you gotta say they're complete hypocrites. William with his 7 homes, Charles with his 14 homes, helicopters, planes, trains, and automobiles. If they really believed what they were preaching, they wouldn't be living like that. That's a good sign for you. They're hypocrites. They're, they don't care about you. It's about control. The Commonwealth, 1/3 of the world. Don't you forget it. So, I think the powers that be that may be pulling the strings for Harry and Meghan are letting it go on a little bit, because they know as long as it goes on, it weakens the monarchy more. So, for anything to change, I think really, and I've said it before, William's got to step up, push his father as high. He's got to take control and get this done. How will they get this done? Did you know the very awful way Diana died in that horrible accident in the tunnel? Gosh darn it, don't you know the MI5 had on file a plan to take out the despot Ceausescu? Pretty much the same way, but they didn't use it. But they tabled that plan. They didn't take it off the books. They saved it in case they might need it in the future. Could something unfortunate be looming in the future for the Harkles? Perhaps. Perhaps. That's when we're going to have to wait and see. Have a great day, everybody. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and please leave me a comment. Love to know what you think about all this. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.